Hey, today I'm going to show you how to get started with district portfolios from the student, teacher, and district administrator accounts in SpacesEDU. What are portfolios? Portfolios live outside of a SpacesEDU class and provide an organized structure for documentation and reflection. Great for supporting initiatives such as Portrait of a Graduate or core competency documentation. This is an overall view of a portfolio from a student's account, but let's see how it was created. A portfolio starts as a template that is created by a SpacesEDU district administrator. A district administrator can name the portfolio, add a written description, and add relevant media. Adding media is great for providing guiding documentation and differentiated instructions, as students can access this information right in their portfolio. Next, district leadership teams must determine who will have access to a portfolio. District leadership teams can create and assign a portfolio to every school in the district or to individual schools. They can define which grades are assigned to each portfolio, and they can determine if teachers can view all portfolios at their school or just portfolios of students that they teach. Finally, district administrators can name each section. These sections are the organizational structure for the published portfolio, and they are often organized via competencies or graduate profiles. Let's explore portfolios as a student. When a student logs into SpacesEDU, they're brought to their dashboard. Let's go to the top navigation menu and make our way over to the Portfolios tab. Here they can see any portfolio that has been assigned to them in the Active tab. Students have a home screen. This is where they can write a short introduction about themselves or their portfolio. This is also a feed of everything that they've completed in their portfolio. The portfolio sections, which are determined by district admin while creating the template, provide an organized structure for students to post into. Creating a post in SpacesEDU provides lots of options for creativity and personal expression. Students can add up to 10 media files per post. They can take a video or a picture, record audio, add a file from their computer, Google Drive, or Microsoft OneDrive, or a URL from the internet. This is a post on communication. So glad to see this in action. If a student needs to access helpful documentation, they can easily locate the description and media that was added by the district administrator during the portfolio creation phase. Portfolios follow students from year to year, as long as the assigned grades align with the student's grade. If a portfolio is assigned to select grades that no longer apply to that student, they can access and view their portfolio in the Archive tab. Let's explore portfolios from a teacher account. When a teacher logs into SpacesEDU, they are also brought to their dashboard. Let's navigate over to the Portfolios tab. When over at the Portfolios tab, teachers can see any active portfolios at their school or active portfolios for students that they teach as determined by SpacesEDU class rostering. When teachers click on a select portfolio, they have a grid overview of student portfolios. Teachers can see how many posts each student has in each section of their portfolio. We can see that Scotty is right on track for documentation, but Laura's teachers may want to check in with her and encourage her to start documenting. Teachers can add a post from here, or they can click directly into a student's portfolio. Just like the student account, teachers can create a post, add comments, or leave an emoji reaction. Even though portfolios are largely student-driven, we all know how important feedback is. Setting the stage for meaningful engagement truly goes a long way. You might be wondering how students or teachers can share portfolios. If enabled, students and teachers can share a view-only link. What a great way to showcase what is captured throughout the school year. Link sharing is enabled from the SpacesEDU support account, so district administrators should contact their success specialist to determine sharing settings for students and teachers. Before closing out, let's make some connections between a rostered SpacesEDU class and portfolios, as they do interact with one another. As you have students create in your SpacesEDU class, whether it is for engagement, digital documentation, or assessment, students will quite naturally make connections to the competencies that you are tracking in portfolios. Students and teachers can copy posts from a SpacesEDU class into a portfolio or vice versa, making way for meaningful reflections throughout the school year. From a SpacesEDU class, teachers can access and print student QR codes for a simplified login experience. Great for young learners. Finally, it should be noted that SpacesEDU is both web and mobile friendly. Great learning happens in the classroom and outside of the classroom, so encourage your students to document while on the go. This has been our introduction to district-created portfolios from the student, teacher, and district administrator accounts. Now, it's time for you to get started.